I think the audio's working. Jared, my boy, what's up, bro? Happy Wednesday. Yo. Hey, y'all, what's going on with ice and stuff? It's getting crazy out there, don't y'all think? Good, brother. Just a little, like, I guess, disappointed in, like, a lot of the crazy stuff that's going on out there. So, yeah, y'all, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have to do something. Because it's getting kind of ridiculous with the ice stuff and where at. It's getting, like, insane. That's what we gotta. We have to be the future. We have to be the change for stuff like this in the future. We gotta make sure we start and help each other out so we can make the change happen. As Latinos and our community and our people progress into higher spaces, into more spaces of power. We just need to be in those spaces now. Yeah, that's tough. In the IE too, that's insane. Damn. It's just crazy seeing all these videos, like the posts about, like, forcing people out of their cars, freaking just hurting people bad. Like, that's just ridiculous, man. Like, what the? Just can't comprehend stuff like that sometimes. Mm-mm. Same. We all have that anxiety, huh? What sucks too is that this whole thing kind of started, like, when it was like the first, like the wave, I guess. Like, I was studying for my huge exam, and I'd be just, like, randomly just thinking about, damn, what if my family or something, like, that's not a cool feeling. Like, I just stop and worry, and then just try to get back into into it, because obviously I still had to study. Just can't be hard. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough times, brother. So I like totally get it. I mean, um, yeah, like whenever you feel like the time is right, you know, because for me too, with the pandemic was going on, you know, when I applied, and I was kind of like a little nervous about that too when I was applying. I mean, I did, I like, I had to take like a modified MCAT and stuff because they were canceling all the test dates, and it was like craziness going on, you know. But you know, obviously, you know what's best for you, and you're gonna figure it out for sure. Two of my hardworking deals from El Salvador got sent back twice. Oh man, that sucks, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. You know, I feel like, and actually, I just learned this, but um, there's not as much like immigration going on back and forth. Is it? And I mean, I don't know why, obviously, but I don't know if it's like, is it because like it's getting harder to cross, or because of the whole ice over here? Like, I don't know. I wonder. But I do remember growing up having a lot more family crossing the border and stuff like that to come over here, or immigrating, whatever. But I don't think like I really hear of that anymore in terms of like my family at least. Like I don't really hear that too much. I don't know if that's just me though, but that's I think what they're doing is inhumane. Wait, I wonder if I'm live on TikTok too. I think that's what it said. Hold on. Oh yeah, I am. Oh, what's up, TikTok? Just realized I'm also on TikTok. I literally just realized that. Can y'all see me fine on TikTok and stuff? Oh, you like you could see me or? Oh, nice. That's cool. It looks good on TikTok. All right, thank you for telling me. That's cool. I don't even know. I forgot. I figured out how to stream on Twitch and TikTok at the same time, so I wasn't aware of how it's like looking really. But I'm just out here. Uh, and I think. Let me see. What's up? For, shout out to New Mexico. Oh, you're gonna pursue PA school? That's what's up, bro. I appreciate you for the kind words, but definitely are you, brother. You got this. You got this in you. We believe in you. We need more PAs. You know what I mean? Like, do you know any MCAT tutors that are reasonably priced? Mm, not really. I don't know. I actually don't really even know MCAT tutors to be completely honest with you. Um, you're gonna shift to med school from nursing. Yeah, I mean that's we've totally heard of that a lot actually from all types of different, not just nursing, but like all types of different specialties or sub specialties, whatever in like medicine. It's not easy. None of them are easy to be honest. I mean, nursing school is tough too. Um, yup. Hey, pull up. I gotta ask you what's more important to you, GPA or extracurriculars? Because honestly, my GPA is a little low, but I do a lot of things outside of school. Uh, what's more important, GPA or extracurriculars? I think that they're both equally as important, in my opinion. But that being said, like, I don't really think that one fully replaces the other, if that makes sense. You have to have both. You definitely don't want to limit yourself for either one. So Riv, like, um, you want to make sure you have a good MCAT or GPA because you don't want to limit yourself in those stages, right? Where that's what they're looking at mostly. And you also have to have the extracurriculars. I mean, there's no like extracurriculars that you need to have, right? There's no list that tells you this is what you got to do. But in terms of your extracurriculars, I mean, like, yeah, what you've done, right? Because I have classmates who didn't do much of clinical experiences. They were like teachers or other stuff, but they're still in med school. So extracurriculars could really mean a lot of things. But I think as long as you know how you're going to talk about that experience and those extracurriculars and your story of becoming a doctor, right? So that's how you kind of have to look at it. Um, but there's ways to fix GPA and obviously MCAT, like making sure you're studying for it when you're ready and things like that. Appreciate it, yo. Because people ask me that all the time, and I just want to be honest about that. I don't want to give advice talking about GPA. You can, like, it could be a little lower, and then if your extracurriculars are up or MCAT, to be honest, because I want all of you guys to just work hard for every single part of the application, so you won't limit yourself in any way. Want you guys to become doctors, nurses, dentists, lawyers, whatever. Yeah, and exactly. GPA does help with the consistency, and then even if you had like a upward trend, things like that. But you want to make sure you have, a good GPA that represents you. It's a exactly. They're gonna look at your whole application, but unfortunately, and this is why I say that the numbers thing, and I totally think that at least for me personally, seeing the things that people have done in the community and what they've gone through growing up and things like that says way more than any numbers, right? But these institutions are gonna have those protocols, rules, whatever. Like, they're gonna look at numbers, and I don't want you guys to limit yourself because of that. They're gonna have like GPA cutoffs or MCAT score cutoffs and whatever, and you don't want you want to make sure you get seen. You know, material that I study for the MCAT, I used a lot of practice exams. So basically, I I just bought a whole bunch of practice exams from third parties, and I did the Amboss ones too. UWorld. I did a lot of questions. That's what helped me. That's how I study and learn the best. New tattoo, low key. I did get a new tattoo. I can't reveal it yet though. Gotta make yourself stand out in your own way. Totally. Do you think about practicing in LA? I want to practice in LA. I think that's really like what I ultimately want to to do and be in LA. This is my city. Need to be here in the end. In terms of residency though, to be honest, I'm not gonna be picky about that. I'm okay with going to another city and then maybe coming back one day to LA. But honestly, we'll see. It's it's all in God's hands right now. I know nothing about how that's gonna turn out. Are you doing your own nutrition plan research? Like for myself, no. Um, or you mean like I do research in nutrition? Bay Area stream soon. We gotta go to the Bay. You guys, I'm gonna start doing like IRL. I just need to figure out how to freaking do it. Matter of fact, I'm getting closer because I just got a Galaxy. I got a Galaxy, so supposedly that's like easier to IRL stream and stuff. So I'm gonna figure that out. But I'm gonna be streaming way more, for sure. Give me a streaming backpack, Riv. Come on. Do you have a gym routine you could share? I'm trying to. I mean, not necessarily. Just like find a split on online. What I recommend is for people like, I mean, I don't know how much you've been gymming or how much you know about it and stuff, but online you can find different splits, which is basically like how you split your week in terms of workouts, and there's a whole bunch. So that's a good place to start. I started with something like that, and it's like the like what is it? I forgot the name of the split, but it's basically like the push pull, right, and then like legs, whatever. I forgot it already because I don't really do that anymore. I have like a trainer who's helping me out, like prepare for the bodybuilding show one day. Bro split, that's what it's called. Yes, sir. Answer whenever here for all this having a queue you learn from. What? Wait, what was your question? Since I started my fitness training, I have someone help me with that. Y'all should check him out on IG. His name is Tarkan. He's getting me right. I feel amazing. It's all about food, y'all. Really is. Most important thing is nutrition and food, than the gym, and your body will transform. That's really what it is. That's what I've learned at least, because I had to really be super disciplined and stuff. Bro, split. Research in the city volunteering to took a gap semester during my prereqs now. Good luck. Good luck, Juan. Appreciate you, brother. Good luck, bro. You got that PhD? Damn. I say, I feel like that shit always makes me happy hearing about stuff like that. I should do YouTube. I should, huh? I should get more on YouTube. I am. I'm trying to step up that too. It's just hard trying to really like uh split my time, because I really want to take this a little more serious in terms of stream. Because I think for you guys on TikTok, I'm also on Twitch right now, so I'm also streaming on Twitch. But I was able to connect this to both. Anyways, um, Kiwi is my favorite right now. I love Kiwi. Um, Specialties. I'm interested in psychiatry. Step one, studying Jenny. Damn. All right, you got this. First of all, you have to believe in yourself. That's the first thing. The first step is believing in yourself with the exam, right? Because in terms of like that, you can do it. When I started studying, because I'll be honest, and I've been pretty transparent about this my experience. Like I studied for it for a couple of months, and then I had to take a break because it was tough. But the first time around, I was actually pretty negative. Like I'd be like, man, this is hard and this and that. Like, and I plateaued. Like I would be stuck. Second time, I took a break. I had to. I was burning out. It was getting really, really tough. I had to really take a break and take a step back. When I came this next time around, I was much more motivated and I believed in myself. I was like, you know what? I've gotten here this far. I could do this. And that was it. I mean, that was the biggest game changer right there. Telling myself that I got here this far. I've already taken all these tough exams before. This is just another one, and I'm gonna be able to pass it and master it. And so that's Well, after that, I just said, all right, let's do this. I went in, started obviously trying to study for a little bit more organized, more intelligently, because I think for an exam like that, I think there are better ways to try to split your time and how and what to study and things like that. Um, but you got this. All that to say, you got this. Um, I should make a video on how I study for step one, because the second time around, when I felt like just much more confident in myself, it did not take me as long, and that was really the biggest game changer. Like I was really able to I got to a point where I felt excited to take it. Like I was never feeling that before. Got to a point where I was super excited to just go in there now. So I knew I was kind of ready. Yup, but we're all gonna feel overwhelmed sometimes. Yo, why is everybody asking how old I am? What's going on? Um, I am gonna make a video on how I study for the MCAT and for the step one. Joanna retaking MCAT. Yo, oh, what's up, Joanna? You're taking it. Do you have a date? But you got this. You got this. It's all about looking forward. We can't do nothing about like failing the exam or failing the test or nothing. We just have to just how can we get better and how can we kind of fix this, and that's it. You got this. Because I remember, man, once when I failed my first exam as a pre med, it was bad. I was like devastated because I thought my dreams of becoming a doctor were over. I was like damn near crying in the library because I was so sad. But I had what I had to do was like, all right, stop, figure out what you did wrong, don't do it again, get better, don't and fix those mistakes, and then just next exam I got a 100%. It was a calculus calc 2 class or something in at CSUN, and yeah, I passed that 100% next time. But after failing it, the previous one, I just fixed my mistakes and stuff like that. Benjamin, what's up, compa? How you doing? Damn, people started med school in the summer already. Y'all already got y'all med schools like list or fuck? I don't even. Is the deadline to choose a med school coming up? I'm so far removed from that. I don't even remember. But damn, that's what's up. Congratulations for anybody who got accepted to med school already and is just waiting to start. That's amazing. That's bringing me back to when I got accepted. Well, I was like just excited, waiting to start med school. For real, crazy. Congratulations, and any other programs too that y'all are getting in and stuff. Yeah, but oh, screw you, Riv. Go guys on TikTok. Yo, you guys, can you guys go to my Twitch? Can you go to twitch.com, look up Foods and Medicine and follow us right there? Porfas. Yo, Riv, how does it look on TikTok, bro? Let me know. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I see people are following on Twitch. Please go to twitch.com and follow Foods and Medicine. If you just look it up all together. Taking Cal 2 and laws. No joke. How's it going, bro? Hugh? Is that my boy? Is that my boy? Jose? Oh, I'm glad that has been working out for you. I'm glad that I was able to connect y'all so you could get help. How many years? I'm still in med school. Not quite there yet. Almost there though. I promise. Damn, I need to charge this phone. Would you recommend EMT or emergency tech for clinical experience? Um, well, first, in terms of like, oh, for real? Bet. Thanks, Riv. What was I gonna say? You guys on Twitch? I mean, you guys on TikTok? Go check us out on Twitch, please. How do you like DGSOM? I love it. Okay, EMT emergency tech, bro. So here's my thing. It depends. I don't know if you're like working. I don't, or like doing research, and I don't know what your like schedule looks like, or if you're taking classes and stuff like that, right? So where I'd start is just like realistically what fits more for your schedule. I know like EMT, it's like more full time or stuff, maybe longer hours. Emergency tech, maybe shorter shifts. I don't know, or maybe you're in your gap year, so you do have the time. But I think just think about all the other things that you still have to do, so that you can still work on like the rest of your application for medical school. How can you become a doctor, Hugh? Yeah. Would you guys actually come to come to a picnic if I announce a community picnic? 6. So yeah, I want to do a community picnic, and I'm gonna invite a whole bunch of people to educate the people in all types of different ways. But it's just a space to kick it and like get to like know people. That's a lot. That's how like a how man, I can't talk right now. That's how a lot of things work. Really, it's about connecting with people, and who and things like that. Thanks, Joanna. Appreciate it. I try. I mean, we're just trying to uh, help each other. Wait, damn, what? I did think of military. I don't know if that person's still here, but yeah, I definitely thought of military at some point for sure. I was thinking military and stuff like that. Really wanted to do that for a little bit, but didn't do that. Wait, hold on. Which one? Oh, okay. Thank you for following on Twitch. You guys, please go to Twitch, look up Foods and Medicine, and follow us right there. Porfas, do me that favor. Um, Took a year off due to being burnt out and feeling depressed. Not taking classes, finished my post back, and currently just trying to. Oh, I see. Bet. That's Wow. Well, you've done a lot, so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself for all of that. Took a year off. Um, but you finished your post back though, right? Um, but I mean, which one? So if it's just a job, like either one would do in terms of EMT or emergency tech. Then if that's the case, to be honest, it's really up to just personal preference. You know, like which one would you want to get your experience in and stuff like that. So your call, brother. I mean, those are two cool things, in my opinion. I always love like talking to like EMTs or emergency techs and stuff like that, kicking it full in school. I'm doing hospitality management. That's like a degree. That's pretty sick. I'm applying into let's see. What if I told you that I was gonna apply to like I'm gonna be a urologist. So what do you guys think? Um, Food from Berkeley. Hey, wait, hold on. Remind me, is that the event where you told us you were gonna go to Berkeley? What's up, bro? That's funny. I remember that. I was sick. Um, I'd love to have you on my podcast or live like this. You got a podcast, brother? I can't really click on your account because I'm on like OBS, but shoot me a message. I'll check it out. Appreciate you reaching out, brother. Would love to connect. We call foods and hospitality management. Like, oh, nice. Wait, where can I start? Where's the office for that? Surgical tech. Yeah, surgical tech is sick too. LBCC. Yeah, I remember. What's up, Jonathan? How you been, bro? You started school already, right? You're at Berkeley. Damn, how's that going? That's sick. I've never seen the Berkeley campus or been on it. Is it nice? I'm a urology nurse. What? Really? I'm trying to be a urologist. What do you guys think? You guys think I make a good urologist? Uh, PA, I'm here for the vibes. I'm just here for the vibes. Sienna, come. What do you mean? We're foods in. You're a food in medicine. You'd be a food in medicine too. Foods in everything. Yes sir. Love it here. How's UCLA? That's sick, bro. I gotta make it out to the Bay one of these days. We're gonna make it out to the Bay and visit a couple of schools. But you got me if I go to Berkeley or what on a little tour. Um, UCLA's I love UCLA too, and right now for this year for the master's year, I'm actually more on the like North Campus and like more of like the regular campus. Because for med school, I wasn't really up there all that much. We don't take our classes there, so now I'm like really experiencing more of the campus, and I love it. Like it's beautiful, it's nice, especially like walking down those big steps. Like in the going, I forget what it's called, but it's like some big steps going into like looking into like the field. That is sick. Like I love it. It's like I'm finally experiencing it, like the UCLA experience. And it's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. But at Berkeley, I only hear good things about it. So for masters, you do clinicals. Nah, I don't do. We don't do. Well, I don't. There's not necessarily like clinicals for my master's year because it's something separate from the med school. Masters is more so doing both. I still go to lectures and stuff like that, and I do like I have like research projects and stuff like that for the master's class components and like completing the degree. So yeah, I mean there's a lot you gotta do. It's definitely busy work. It's definitely not just a walk in the park and stuff. Like I'm definitely still busy doing a lot of work, and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to enjoy it as well, because it's beautiful. Like just it's like I'm leaving. It's almost like I'm reliving like undergrad, but at UCLA or something, because it just brings me back a lot to my CSUN days. Like I was just grinding hella those days, nonstop sometimes. It just brings me back to those type of days. The reason why I'm here, the reason what got me here, those super long days. Jonathan, thanks for following on Twitch, brother. If y'all could do me a favor on TikTok, go to Twitch and look up Foods and Medicine all together and follow us. I'd appreciate it. Love you forever. Um, yeah, but it reminds me of stuff like that, like just the hard work, just you know, just having that dream of like being a doctor one day, but not really knowing if like it was even gonna happen. Yeah, no, I mean, and it's not even imposter syndrome. I mean, I think initially for sure, um, like I had trouble adjusting and maybe questioning if I belonged, but I always knew I was capable. I always knew I belonged. Even though there might have not have been a lot of Latinos and stuff like that. Like I knew I was smart. I knew I was capable, but it was more so like I just didn't know what I was working towards because I don't think I had ever really seen like someone from South Central become a doctor. And like I hadn't seen someone in my family or like anyone I knew really go to college, go to medical school, and do those things. Like it was all foreign to me. Bet, Jonathan. I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna hit you when I go to Berkeley. I'm hoping to make like a plan soon to visit in California. So I'll let you know though. Maybe closer to like in the spring or like towards the summer. But yeah, we gotta make that happen. Gotta check out Berkeley. John Steps, I think. What is this right here? MCAT motivation. You got this. You got this. All right, let's talk about MCAT. Just think about it like this: the MCAT is just one thing standing in between you and your dreams, right? That's really what it is. Don't let that stand in the way of your dreams. So you can do this. Just believe in yourself. Like someone out there has taken it and done well, so can you. Like that's how you have to think, right? Like you're capable. Just basically is that. And make a study plan. Talk to people that have taken it. Ask questions. And then you'll develop your own plan and see what works for you in terms of like what you have to do for the MCAT. So ask a lot of questions, and then you develop your plan, study, make sure you're consistent though. That's the one thing for the MCAT. You have to be consistent. It has to be like your main focus at the time. You have to plan around your MCAT. You don't have to plan your MCAT into your schedule. That's how serious it is. Oh, Jonathan, damn. I'll let you know, bro. Yeah. I'll just let you know then if you're gonna be back home. Well, you're gonna come back out here? Yeah, just still hit me up though. If you come down here. Um. Uh. MCAT. That's right. So, but you got this. You're capable. Did you get bachelor? Yeah, I got a bachelor's in biology. Actually, I'm a biologist. Really. That's right. Let me see here. First gen pre med. You and Irvin keep me going. Thanks, Gracie. I appreciate you. Nah, you are cut. We're all cut for this. You are. Bachelor's in biology. Your story motivated me to go back to school. I was able to study in Italy this past summer. What? Oh, for real? That's dope. That's dope, Valeria. That's super cool. Where'd you, where in Italy? I need to go to Europe too. That's something I gotta do. Y'all been to Europe before? I'm gonna go with my boy Hugh. I'm an Arsenal fan now. Arsenal's doing well, so we're gonna go to the championship game. Gunners. I don't even know. I've never really been into European soccer, but kind of invested now. Shout out to all the Latinos, Hispanics, Chicanos in the field. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm gonna start calling myself Chicano. I don't know, like, all right. Let me explain though. I know that's kind of like that was like what I just said that out of nowhere. Um, I'm taking a class right now in Chicano health with Dr. Hayes Bautista. That's a great class, and he was talking about him identifying as a Chicano, right? But like, so I guess some people have like a problem with that or something. I don't really, but the way like he defined it and stuff, I think that fits me. I don't know. I'm gonna start saying I'm Chicano. What do y'all think? Bet, bet, Jonathan, for sure. Appreciate you, bro. Um, yeah, I've heard of UAG. That's in Guadalajara, right? Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, I have a homie who just graduated from there, from UAG, and is applying this year. And I know people who went there too, like that are like practicing over here in LA and stuff like that. Yeah. Scared to take the MCAT? Nah, you got this. You gotta believe in yourself. Jaylene, you got this. You gotta first congratulate yourself for accomplishing the your bachelor's degree. Like you have to congratulate yourself and thank yourself for that because that wasn't easy. You worked hard, you know. So definitely do that, and then remember, like, you did that, right? So this is something else you can do. This is something else that you're gonna be able to figure out. Chris, what's on my boy? Right now working as derm MA while studying for MCAT. Sick. Derm MA? Damn, I can't do derm, bro. Oh man. Hey, my boy, I need that. I'm gonna need that cut soon. Um, derm, bro. I can't do derm, bro. Honestly, right now, there's the fact that you said derm, and I'm like, it's like creeping me out. I can't do like skin stuff. Like, man, all right. Like, I'm not like it happens, but even like on my own skin, it's just like a first like a personal thing. Like when I get stuff like I get grossed out like by myself and stuff. Like I can't do skin like for real I can't. That's why everyone finds their own specialty, because for real, like, there's certain, like, for example, some people can't do blood. They'll talk about like seeing blood and then just passing out or whatever. Like I'm cool with that. Like I could do that. I can see body parts. I can see the organs. Like I've held like a heart in my hand and like your lungs and like all types of crazy stuff but skin, yeah, skin I can't do. I can't do. I'm sorry. So I'm not so no dermatology for me, but bro, I commend you for that. Thanks for mentioning that. I went into a whole story about derm for no reason. Man City, Arsenal, Arsenal's winning it all this year, right, Hugh? Where you at, Hugh? He's gone probably. You worked in derm? I can't do it. I'm gonna be a urologist. Urologist. You guys know what that is? Thank you, Maya. Appreciate it. Wait, why is everybody asking me how old I am today? Do I look old or something? But radiology, psych, uh, skin surgeries. Oh, skin surgeries does sound cool. Like yeah, like skin cancer, like removal. Like that's cool. That's some cool stuff. Like there's some. What? Why are you saying this, fool? How's my MCAT experience? Talk more about the Chicano thing. Um, more about the Chicano thing. Honestly, I would talk more about the Chicano thing about calling myself Chicano and stuff, but I don't know like I don't think I know enough about it to really like go off on the whole Chicano movement or like what Chicano is. But I think I'm gonna start calling myself a Chicano though, to be honest. So I'm gonna be Doctor Chicano type. No, actually that was bad. Never mind. Adorbs. I appreciate. You gonna be a urologist? I recommend it. Thank you for following on Twitch. You guys, if you're on TikTok, do me a favor and go on Twitch and just follow me. Follow us on Foods in Medicine. All together, Foods in Medicine on Twitch. Please, porfas. Please, porfas. Do I know any other languages? Por favor. That was Portuguese. You got that. I'm kidding. I don't really know any other languages. Spanglish. Spanglish. Yeah, I'm gonna be a urologist. I want to do derm. You want to do derm, Sienna? That's what's up. I mean, nah, derm is cool. Like, it's really cool. I wish I didn't like feel that way over skin. Like, I really, really do. Nah, I'm not an Osabo though. I'm definitely not an Osabo. That's definitely not me. I could speak proper Spanish. Better than like better than better than a lot of people. I'll just say that. Thank you for following on Twitch. I appreciate it. You guys, if you could do me a favor and on TikTok, go to Twitch real quick and just follow us, please. Appreciate you, please. Doctor for Kidneys. Yeah, that's urologist. Exactly, Doctor for Kidneys. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Um, Derm or plastics? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna go on this. All right, this is thanks, Sandra. I appreciate you. Um, Thank you for pulling up from TikTok to Twitch. I appreciate that. But what was I supposed to say? Oh, plastic surgery. Plastic surgeries is like crazy. It's like some sci-fi stuff sometimes. Like that specialty is wicked, but it's cool. Like I could do it. Sometimes I wish I could do multiple specialties. Like if I could just split myself and just do like different specialties, because medicine is like so cool, so cool. That's how I think. I mean, that's how I know I chose the right thing, right? Because this is cool. It's so all like super cool. The knowledge, what you learn, what you end up knowing, how you can help people. It's like really cool. Everything in every specialty in its own way, So that's probably how like you know each like different people feel about their own like field, right? Like everything is cool in there, or there's like so many things to explore or choose from to like super specialize. Because I think like dentistry is the same, right? Law, you have to pick a certain law to practice at some point, I think. I imagine, yeah, like for a whole bunch of different things, right? Engineering and all that. I don't know. Anyways, medical terms in Spanish, like MRI, like MRI. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how to say it though. Sometimes I do be doing that, but I try I make sure that someone understands me what I'm actually saying. If I'm gonna say like like if I'm low key gonna say the English word just in Spanish, like I gotta make sure that like they know what I'm talking about. If I don't know because it's real, like it's a real different, like it's a different language almost. Like you have to know the terms and stuff, and then sometimes like you got to think about it. Sometimes if you don't know the term, like sometimes some of these people might not even know the term. Like that's how tough. I mean, even in English, like some of the words are like what, like so. Sometimes it is just trying to make sure that the patient just really knows what you're talking about to as you're explaining something, right? Than like the proper medical translation, at least to me, because like yeah, I mean some of those terms I don't really know all the terms, to be honest. I should know them though. I do want to know them. So at some point I'm going to take a medical Spanish course type of thing. In law school, well, like I don't think you specialize in law school, but I think that you end up you could practice like immigration, for example, like injuries, I don't know, taxes, but I don't know. There's just so many different like I don't know if they call it specialties, but like sections within the field. That's more so what I meant. Resonancia magnética. I only know that because of a rat tech major. Oh, that's a word for resonancia magnética. You see how I read that? I'm definitely not an osabu. I'm not an osabu. Resonancia magnética. You see that? I'm good at Spanish. Urology's like OB for men. Yeah, basically, yeah, cause OB. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's for women. Urology more. I guess yeah, men care and stuff like that. So, what's my favorite Pokemon? Blastoise or Charizard. Oh, I have a Charizard right here, so maybe I should say Charizard. But in terms of my favorite Pokemon, yeah, I think either Blastoise, Charizard, or Snorlax. Um, MPH program, pre med, but interested in public health also. So I'm actually not in a MPH program. I am in a program called Masters of Social Science. So it's a little different, but MPH is cool. I know a lot of people that end up doing like MPH in med school is actually pretty common. It's probably more common than like any other like masters to get the public health one. At least that I hear. But yeah, social science is a little different, I think, than MPH. Mass pharmacy here. It's tough translating medical terms to Spanish for pharmaceuticals. Oh yeah, for medicines and stuff. That's true. Yep. Yeah, that sounds tough. A little bit. Y'all, I bought this phone and so I could start streaming IRL, but it's like dead. I thought all phones like when they're brand new, they're fully charged and like you could turn them on. Like I don't think I've ever opened up something and it's not like charged when you buy it new. Kind of frustrated about it, to be honest. Dental hygiene student right now. Make up words in Spanish, así como del corazón. Yeah, I know. To be honest, sometimes I might be even making words up when I try to talk Spanish, but I'm talking about. I'm just saying in general. Like I might make words up sometimes. Cause I mean, it's just the Spanish I learned really just growing up, right? My first language was Spanish, and I learned Spanish like yeah, like as a kid and growing up, and I would speak Spanish. But I mean, like at some point, I learned English, and then, like I it just basically all the Spanish I learned, that was it. Just practice that. But I mean, obviously, once I learned English, I mostly started speaking in English and stuff. So sometimes I do find myself struggling again to like not really speak it, but like sometimes like with words and things like that. Like it has happened to me, especially like during rotations. But then you just practice it again and speak it more, and then it comes back. Like when I go to like when I used to more growing up and even in college like family stuff. So I talk to like my tios and family in Spanish, right? So I'd be practicing it more, but just with how busy I've been, even that unfortunately, like I don't really even visit that much, so I don't really practice my Spanish like that anymore. But I want to, cause definitely not like not I'm not trying to be on no sabo and stuff like that. Yeah, nah, no, 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 no. Love your work ethic presentation. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. That's that Mexican work ethic or the Latino work ethic. Matter of fact, y'all knew that Latinos contribute the most to the GDP in the U.S. Something like that. That's what I learned in my class that I'm taking. Latino work ethic. We got that. We know how to work. That's the one thing. We'll work. We'll figure it out. We'll work. That's not really the problem ever. You know, we'll definitely work. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into a lot of other stuff, but yeah, like Latinos, we do a lot. We've been through a lot. That's why y'all first gen stories are important. Super cool. Super like that you're gonna be like you're just different. You know what I mean? Like as a first gen student, it's just I mean it's not cool. That's not how I meant it. But like just we're different. You know, like it's just a whole bunch of things that we grew up with, certain challenges, obstacles. You know, like it's just and we're still getting to these spaces. UCLA, UCLA. Yeah, I love walking around the UCLA campus. Honestly, it's fun. It's nice, and the weather's been nice too. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. Let me see. Pre med schedule. Do I have a girl? Do you have time? Sorry, my mistake. What differentiates two social science, public health? There's a lot of great questions here. Where did you or Irving grew up? And Irving grow up? How old am I? What part of Mexico are you from? All right, so let me see here. The doctor I worked for asked me to translate one day, and I struggled with a word. He busted out as Spanish. Was all stunned because he knew Spanish the whole time. Oh yeah, it's right. It's different. Medical Spanish is just different. Um, I forgot the imposter syndrome at UCLA. No, no, I do not. I do not feel imposter syndrome at UCLA, and I can explain. I can explain what I mean by this. Okay, I'm not saying that like. Um, let me just. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just explain. Even while at undergrad, right? Even in medical school, like it's been hard. It can get hard, right? But I knew like I knew I've known that I've been capable to get into these spaces and to succeed and do well in these spaces. And so even now it can get hard, and sometimes I do recognize that, there's not that many Latinos and things like that. And I know that they're smart and we're all smart, but I'm smart as well. You know what I'm saying? And what all this to say that you should know that you belong there. And at Stanford, even like at Stanford at that. So imagine that you're at Stanford and you worked hard to get there. You know what I mean? So you can do it too. Like you have what it takes to get there and succeed there. And I know that sometimes it could be tough, like being a minority and stuff like that. But you deserve to be there. So that's what I mean about like not having the imposter syndrome and stuff. Pre-med schedule while doing a part-time job. Are you? Someone asked about this. It depends. Do you have like are you doing other things? And stuff like that. Like what else are you doing? Because if you're doing research as well, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of like it depends. That like what you're prioritizing to in the moment. Because sometimes we just gotta work and get a little bit of money. And so and then you'll maybe do less research or volunteer and stuff like that. Russell, it's just about staying busy. Like if I showed you my schedule when I was in undergrad, I was always busy. To be honest, I had to, but I knew how bad I wanted to get to the next phase, which was medical school. So I was busy all the time. Saturdays and Sundays too, and of course, like I'd always try to take a day off, whether it was Saturday evening or Sunday or whatever. Like I did take time off, but I was always busy. I don't think I have time, Oz. I don't think I have time. I'm extremely busy right now. I grew up in South Central. Irvin grew up in Washington State. Um, step one prep. We got people prepping for step one. My family's from Guerrero, el estado de Guerrero. We don't have another option. We gotta make it. That's right. Dental program. Sick. Wait, you got into dental school, Christian, in Washington? Oh, that's what's up, bro. Congratulations on that, by the way. Hope it's going well. What's a CAA? Sorry, I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what that is? I am part of LMSA. Take care of my mental health. That has to be the most important part. Taking care of our own mental health. We can't really help other people if we're not taking care of ourselves. I try to, I'm not trying to be like, oh, hold on, give me a second. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Um, mental health. Mental health. We gotta take care of ourselves. Good night. Thank you for joining us on Twitch. You guys on TikTok, do me a favor. Go to Twitch and follow us. Foods and Medicine. Please. Do me that favor. Porfas. And then come back or stay there, whatever you prefer. But just don't leave though. Thank you. Buenas noches. Washington State. Yup. I've been to Washington State. I've been to Seattle already. It was sick. Super sick. It was raining. Um and I wasn't ready for that. I had to ask Irvin for a jacket because I didn't take nothing ready for the rain. But it was amazing. Like I actually had a great time in Washington, and he showed me around and stuff. Yeah, new program, yeah, Yakima. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh damn. I don't mean to curse. Wait, there's a dental program in Yakima, PNWU. That's sick, bro. Congratulations on that, brother. Yeah. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and saw you came. Oh yeah, San Antonio. We were in San Antonio. Do people ever look at you weird because you're tatted, like in a professional setting? Damn, I got a story to tell y'all. I really have a story to tell y'all. With that, with the tattoo stuff in a professional setting. Cause yeah, I've been, I know it, of course, but I definitely have some stories with that being tatted in the hospital for sure. But overall, I mean, I don't. No one tells me anything overall in general. I don't walk around like, at least for like, I mean, at some point I would like cover just because I was like a little bit more aware and I would hear stuff. So I'd be more like conscious and like, damn, you know what? I'm gonna cover my tats because I don't want to get told anything. So I would cover my tats. But I've shown my tats and stuff like that. Um, I've been told stuff, and I have not been told stuff. Like just no one says anything. So it's both. Um, Vero, oh, what's up, Vero? I hope it's going. I'm at UAG. Yeah, I hope it's going well. UAG. That's what's up. That's in Guadalajara, right? That's sick. Certified anesthesiologist assistant. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't know enough about like CAA then, to be honest. So I can't really comment on it. I don't really know like what the career is and stuff like, or like what it takes, and then like I really don't know much really, to be honest. But it sounds cool. I mean, an assistant for an anesthesiologist, right? That sounds pretty sick. So you're basically like like a CNA, right? But like for anesthesiologist, that sounds sick. That sounds really cool in my opinion. San Antonio, that's right. It was so cool. I was with one of my boys there. He showed me around too. I was by the lake. I forget what that lake is. The lake is called Riverwalk or something like that. But it was so beautiful, super beautiful. Yeah, it was chill in Texas. Super chill. Way more chill than LA for sure. I would say. Like in San Antonio, it was like a suburban or like more of a out of LA type of feel. But it was nice though. Super chill. Next time I got to see a Spurs game in San Antonio. Mental health. Mental health is important. Yeah, we go to schools. We try to speak to students and stuff like that. Washington is beautiful for sure. Yeah, we that's why we started this. We literally like me and Irvin just had a conversation about this in a carne asada one day, and he told me um, like why it's important and how the messages he's received and stuff because he was posting on Instagram and I think Twitter and stuff, and then one post went viral of his um, on Twitter with his white coat. It was beautiful. It was like his family and then him and then a picture of like when he was younger and stuff, and then like it went viral, and so I was like, whoa, that's my classmate. Like I had just met. I don't even know if we've met, but I knew he was my classmate, and and um, damn, what was I talking about? I got distracted by the game. Um, damn, how did I just forget? Oh, when we started, that's right. I'm tripping. Um, I saw the power that had because I saw the comments, just the representation, just seeing someone that you can relate to wearing the white coat and how powerful that was. So, once he talked to me about that, and I wasn't really on social media like that, and I was like, let's do it. Like, all right, if I can inspire one kid, the way he painted it for me was like, bro, like imagine you inspire one kid from South Central. Imagine that, you when you were younger saw yourself wearing a white coat. And I was like, you're right. I think it would mean a lot. Like, I think that would make me believe like I could do it. So let's do it. I'm down. And we just started posting our stories. That's really how it was. From there, we just said, let's make the account and let's inspire a kid. Just thank God that we get told that we have. So it's a blessing that we were able to do that. Yeah, I got a bachelor's in biology. I got my bachelor's in biology at CSUN. That's right, CSUN. Go Spurs, go! Shot y'all inspired me to follow through and apply to law school. We can do it. That's right. You got this. Buena suerte in the application process. I don't know if you're already there right now or where are you in the process, but damn, that's crazy. Law school to me, man, I don't think I'd be able to do that. Law school, like it sounds like the reading. I don't know. It just sounds like that's just they people in law school probably feel that way about medical school though. To be fair, like it's just like it's relative, of course. But nah, I don't think I'd be able to. I would have like been able to do some law school stuff to be honest. Not definitely not like the reading and like I don't know. I rather read a science book. I rather read like a biology book front to cover than like whatever the hell. The I don't even know what law school people learn. What do y'all learn? Like what do you learn in law school though? Like for real, I don't know. It just sounds insane. Like hard. I don't know. Like how to talk right or how to communicate things or. But I low key just rather like read read about like chromosomes and like cells and the Krebs cycle. Studying for the LSAT, applying in September. Nice. It's actually how I feel about med school. I could never. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's relative. Everyone feels the own like, like good, better about what they're choosing. Yeah. I agree. Irvin and I, nah, we're not brothers. We're homies. We met in medical school, first year. I haven't seen that fool. I'm gonna go live with him one day. I'm gonna bring him on here. I'm gonna just force him here with y'all. Um, Go Matadors. That's right. Go Matadors. Yeah. You also grew up in South Central. Any quick advice for a first gen pre med? Yeah, for real? You're from South Central? Pre med. Let's see. Not sure what year you're in undergrad, but just take it semester by semester, quarter by quarter. I said that funny. Semester by semester and quarter by quarter. Just take it like that, and just try to do the absolute best you can in that semester or in that quarter, and then don't worry about anything else but just the moment, what you got going on now, and your schedule and everything, and then do that for the next one and the next one. Don't worry too much about what's ahead and the MCAT, and then oh my god, I need to do this, like publish, and it'll all happen. It'll all happen. Just semester by semester, quarter by quarter, set realistic goals, and then slowly but surely you'll be a month away from graduating, and you'll look back and like realize you did a ton and you did well in class and stuff. You know. What are some types for studying long hours without getting distracted? Like some tips. So I would study in the fourth floor of my library at CSUN. That was my spot. And so I think everyone has different ways of how they study best. Like, I'll be honest with y'all, Irvin and I, we have study sessions and shit, but we study very differently. Him and I, we do, and I learned that. But sometimes I did just want his company to study with someone and stuff, and we would study together. But we do have we do study differently, so everybody studies differently. But anyways, study tips. Check what's it called, a to-do list, so you can check it off when you're done. In the end of the day, and then if you still have stuff to do, you add it to the next day's to-do list or checklist. Quiet space for me was this, like, I needed to be in a quiet space. That's why I would be in the fourth floor library at CSUN, because I needed absolute quiet. Like, people talking or anything else, like, it would not work for me. Coffee shops, all that, like, I can't study at a coffee shop. Like, that's definitely not me. And also no music and stuff like that. I can't even do like the SoFi or Sophie, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's how I'd study. Yeah, a lot of people think about med school like that. Exactly. It's cada quien, like our family be saying. Cada quien, feels a certain way about their own specialty or whatever their profession, career. Um, but in terms of not getting distracted, like a big one, right, is your phone. Like, what are you doing with your phone while you're studying? Like, where is it realistically? Like, is it next to you? Is it on your lap? Because then that, are you actually like not looking at it and it's not interrupting you, right? So you have to also be able to like put your phone somewhere else. Throw it. I don't know, like, well, not don't throw it. I mean, yeah, like, don't break your phone. Don't. Please don't like tell me you threw your phone because of me or something. But just put it somewhere else and don't let it distract you. Go on D&D and whatever, or like I don't know, just lock your phone somewhere because I know phones can be a big distraction to studying and stuff. Um, that's a big one. The phone being a distraction and stuff. I'll put a little bit of music. Damn, UCLA really beat Purdue. That's crazy. I think Purdue was ranked or something. Oh shit. I do a lot of questions for my learning style. That's just how I learn, and that's how I study for a lot of the exams. Like these standardized exams, like that's just how I study best. So I get like question banks and things like that. Mhm. Mhm. How many hours do I study before taking a break? It depends. I mean, I could definitely study for like it's probably not good, but I could study for like 5 6 hours nonstop. Unless I get hungry. When I'm studying like that, I usually get mad when I get hungry because I don't even want to be interrupted by my stomach. Like dead ass, for real. So I be getting mad when I get hungry because I gotta take a break to study. Like that's how long I could really go to study. So I absolutely like can't with my stomach growling and stuff. Yeah, I listen to music. I put it in my backpack in the chair across from me. Oh, the phone? Yeah, you gotta keep your phone away. I know y'all be trying to go like to check stuff on your phone, and while you're nah, just leave your phone. Forget about it. Put it away somewhere and don't think about it. I really hear that's a problem for some people. I mean, I can get distracted, so I do keep it away personally. Like if I'm studying, it's like on D&D, and it's like far away. So I don't want to know anything about my phone while I'm locked in. I think match day is March 3rd. March 3rd, I think. Oops. But yeah, some of the homies are gonna match. I'm excited for them. So excited for them. It motivates me. Stuff like that. Like I can't wait when it's my turn. Yeah, studying in a Hispanic household can be tough. I grew up studying in the living room. It was hard because I didn't have my own place to study. Franco, what's up, brother? Nah, I didn't stop medical school. I'm just doing a master's right now. Anxiety of someone needing to call me in case of emergency hangs over me. I get that. I do. How do you remember the veins? There's a whole lot. We remember all of that. Like I mean, anatomy lab was fun though. I personally like really enjoyed anatomy lab. Like I would spend a lot of time in there. Like I remember I went once at like midnight. I was there once for Halloween with the cadavers and stuff. I'm thankful for the people who donate their bodies for us to study, and God bless them and their families. But yeah, it's like real bodies, real cadavers that we study from. So it gives you motivation. You know, you're a student, you're learning everything about the body, and you're thinking about like this is stuff that you're gonna have to know, right? You want to help people in the future, so you want to make sure that you're competent. Oh, I just bit my. Damn, that was embarrassing. Like you want to make sure you know your stuff. At least for me, I obviously I can't speak for everybody, but I for sure like when I'm studying, I'm thinking like this is like I'm for me to help people. Like I want to make sure I know my stuff. Like I'm gonna know my stuff, right? I like so that way like I tried my absolute best. Like I'm not gonna try to cut anything short. So I really like put in the time for that. Starting M1 in July. That's what's up. Congratulations. That makes me happy, bro. All these people starting medical school and all this stuff, man. That's so sick. Straight up. It just like reminds me of when I got accepted. I mean years ago now, but nah, just a couple months ago. Anki remote. Ah, damn, I have a story for you though. Damn, I actually have a list of stories. I haven't even told my tattoo story. I got distracted. Which one should we do first? The tattoo story or the Anki story? Anki story or tattoo story? Because I have two stories. The tattoo story? Maybe the tats? Yeah, I have a story, but maybe why nobody cares about my Anki story? Can I talk? Why I low key want to talk about my Anki story more though. Can someone say Anki? I'll talk. I'll talk about both. Yeah, thank you both. Thank you. Thank you. I'm kidding. Nah, let me talk about my tat story. So basically, during rotations, right, we do all different specialties, and you. No, I didn't lose my Anki remote, but I'll get into it until what it is. What's the story? Um, all right. So I was in surgery rotation here. No, no, no. Sorry, it wasn't surgery rotation. It was OB-GYN. And OB-GYN, there's a lot of surgery. You're in the OR, right? Like we spend time in the OR as well. And I decided to, cause I was already. I mean, I had like my sleeve and stuff, and I have like tats like on my chest and stuff. So the OR scrub that they give in the hospital, like for students and residents and stuff, sometimes for no reason the this is like super short, and then the V from the. I mean, y'all would probably know. I'm not trying to complain about the scrubs, but we need to start some sort of movement to like for it to not be all that. But anyways, the V goes all the way down, right? So so I was wearing it, and I didn't wear like a undershirt. I was just wearing it because I mean people usually just wear it like that. But I did notice like, oh shoot, it's going pretty like low. Like they're definitely gonna see my chest tats, and I have my hand tats, whatever. But whatever. I was just in the OR. I was helping out, doing my thing, asking, being proactive. I was one thing. I was always trying to see how I can be helpful. Like so I was saying hi, like how can I help, things like that, making myself, I guess, useful. Um, and then the surgeon comes in. The surgeon comes in. I don't think I had met him, so I introduced myself and stuff like that, and then we just went on about the surgery. He didn't say nothing when he met me. He just, oh hey, how you doing? Whatever, nice to meet you, Doctor So and So. And I was like, nice to meet you. I'll be working with you. And then as the surgery is going on, he goes, are you from the West Side? What the fuck? Like, what does that even mean? And then it might have been like we were waiting or something, and he, you have to, you're gowned up, so you can't really like touch anything, or I don't, but I just clearly remember him being like, "Yeah, are you from the West?" And he just like went like this or something. Bro, I was like, "What is going on right now?" I was just like, no, like, what do you mean?" He's like, "I see all your tattoos. You're a cholo or something like that." It's like, what? He's like, "I'm messing with you. I used to like live in East LA or have friends from East LA." It was an Asian, by the way, Asian guy, and he was just like, "Oh, you're a cholo or something," and he, man, and I was like, "No, like whatever." And he, in the end, he apologized and stuff. He was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. Like, I only said that, and I swear to y'all, he said this. I swear to y'all, he said this. He said, I'm only telling you, I only told you in that OR because I know I could, and I knew I had the power to, because I know you're not gonna tell me or do anything to me. But I would never tell you anything like this in the street." Oh, so he apologized. He swear, he said that. So I was like, okay, no, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it. Of course, I mean, I'm not gonna do nothing to the man. Of course not. Not even in the street. Like, I get it. Like, it's not normal to have the tats. Like, I already know that, and I go in there knowing that. So it's like it's fine. Like, I wasn't gonna be like super pissed at him and stuff. But definitely him saying that made me feel like, okay, yeah, for sure, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it. Even though, I mean, I wasn't gonna do anything, but I did feel offended. You know, you saw me on campus at UCLA. What advice do I have for biology? You know, nah, this might be like a or bad suggestion, bad advice. But I found a difference when I actually read the textbooks. Like, I deadass would read the textbooks, and that would help me. Like biology, you know how there's all those big textbooks and stuff. I'll have like the PDF. I'll read them, write notes on it, and then that'll help me really just understand biology and stuff. Like, it was a game changer for me. Go figure out. Once I started reading, I started learning. But I wouldn't really read the books like that all that much, like growing up, honestly, in like elementary, middle school, high school. Like, who read the book in elementary school? Like, for real. Like, any of y'all actually read the books in elementary school, or was I just the kid that like just did the homework only? I didn't read no books. Middle school either. I think I just had the books because it looked cool carrying it on the side. I was just carrying the book on the side because it was like cool, like carry this book or whatever. But I wasn't reading it. I did like math though. I always liked math. Always loved math. So I would always do the problems in the end of the chapter. Yeah, I mean, like going to law school, that makes sense. But I just didn't grow up much like of a reader. Like, I wasn't reading a lot. I did read a couple books though. Like, please don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not like an idiot or anything, but I just rather watch. I was growing up. I was just like, I'd rather watch anime, or I rather like play sports. I rather like with the free time, because there's only so much free time. I mean, I guess you're not super busy when you're a kid, but like you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So for that tattoo story, nah, I just told him like, all right, that's cool. He said that. I laughed a little bit. Yeah, I did laugh when he said that. I would have never told you that in the street because I know you will punch me or something like that. He said that. Promise you. I promise you, he said that. And it was cool though. I think he just noticed that I was a little upset. Maybe that's why he said that. I don't know, but I kind of was upset. Like, it kind of did bother me. You know, it was an OB-GYN surgeon. I fit the description. Saw you at Pike Place with your parents, but got shy to say hi. Pike Place? What's Pike Place? What year of med school are you? I have one more year left. One more year of med school. I have my fourth year left. That's what I have left. You would lie on your book log about reading. Thanks for following. Thanks for following on Twitch. Thank you for following on Twitch. If you could do me a huge favor and go to Twitch, follow Foods in Medicine all together. You could come back to the TikTok stream, Twitch stream, whatever you prefer. You just do me that favor. Appreciate you forever. Forever. Anyways, yeah, reading. I don't think they have books in elementary. What elementary you go to? There wasn't books in the elementary school? Damn, that's grave. I definitely had a library. I mean, we had a library. I would like supposedly act like I was gonna check out books to read them, but I just get the book that had the coolest cover. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all did that, but I just go to the library and literally just look at books because of their cover, and then check it out like I was gonna read it, but it was just because of the cover. That ass. Oh, textbooks. My bad, my bad. Yeah, textbooks. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't remember. It's been a while. I just remember like in elementary school, like collecting like a whole bunch of crayons. Yeah. A whole bunch of crayons. There was a time where like spinners were a thing. Damn, I'm probably too old for some people here, but spinners, like the rubber band things. What else? Stuff like that in elementary school. I went to Manchester in South Central. Proud of you living my dream. Best of luck. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the dream to help people. To help, like that's really what I just when I'm a doctor, like I swear, like I just wanna like give it my all every single time, to help everyone as much as I can. I know it's a hard profession. It's a hard career. It really is. Like, I mean, I don't know. You guys can look it up for yourself, but like the burnout rate for doctors and the stress and like it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. But I'm excited for it. I'm motivated. I'm excited, and that's what I want to do. I mean, I can't really see myself doing anything else. Seattle. Shout out to Seattle. I can just imagine the stuff he says about his unconscious patients during surgery. Oh man. Yeah, the guy who was like clowning me and stuff. For my tats. Thank you for following on Twitch. Thank you. Appreciate it. Do you think about removing tattoos, or they all have a meaning? They all have a meaning. I have thought about removing maybe one, but we'll see. That's funny. Why are you putting me out like that? Nah, I'm not old. Wait, how could you even tell how old somebody is by like spinners and collecting crayons? You can't. So I don't know. Something's suspicious here. We had a mobile library by the hood. Come by the hood. I'd get a bunch of justice tag home, and return them. Oh yeah, for real. Oh yeah. So basically, my story of like checking out a book just by its book cover. You're the same age. I can just imagine your thing, books in regard to textbooks. You had a mobile library. Mobile library. That's badass. You thinking of going to urology? What do you guys think about me becoming a urologist? I'm not gonna lie though, the OB-GYN rotation that I did was actually really cool. It was gynonc, and it takes pretty long to train to become a gynonc. It takes like 7 years. So I mean, I'm not trying to like justify why the surgeon might have said something like that, but he's been a surgeon, and he's trained, like, he deserves to feel like he has that power in the OR or whatever. I respect that grind. It takes a very long time to do some of these specialties. So when you finally get there, man, I must feel amazing. But become a PA or a MD, it's really up to you. It's like, I mean, you're certainly going to be asked that in your interviews and stuff, right? So I think you have to really have thought out which one is you want to do. But I mean, it's not even just thought out. I feel like you should definitely feel that way. I think because you could definitely do either. It's just depending on which one fits you better in terms of like what you want to do in your career. Don't remove the tattoos. Any tattoos offensive? I don't think so. I shouldn't have anything offensive, to be honest. Oh, the Anki story. Thank you for bringing that back up. Thank you. Yeah, the Anki. Some people call it Anki. Grey's Anatomy? Nah. I don't. I've never. The only medical show I've ever watched is House. House. That's it. I never saw Grey's Anatomy. I can't. I can't watch a medical show. I heard The Pit's really good though. I have heard of that one. But I do know what you mean by the question if it's similar, because I've heard people talk about that sort of stuff, like, oh, is it similar or whatever. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Is it what similar? And I think that's more of a drama show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they add obviously extra drama to the show. Maybe, I don't know. It's a day in your life. A day in my life. It's been long. I had a long day. I mean, I'm gonna wake up super early tomorrow, so I might hop off soon too. But I go into the gym, and then I come back. Have to cook myself my meals. I have to pack my lunch because I'm counting my macros. So I want to stay really consistent to my meals. Um, Class usually takes up a good amount of time, and then um, come back, usually study, and then sometimes it's a little bit of a chiller night, and I'm gonna just really try to get on here and stream more. But definitely pretty packed days. Do you use PC? Yup. Hello, people are on Twitch. Um, what organizations do I recommend for Latinos in healthcare? Um, what do you mean by that? Like in terms of experience, like volunteering, and in terms of collaborating. Like, what do you mean? Um, why urology? The Akatsuki. Oh, you see that? My Akatsuki sign. Yeah, it's fire, huh? Appreciate you. How do I get as much followers as you? What do you mean? You can do it. I don't know. What kind of content do you make? Or like, guys on TikTok, if you can go to Twitch for me, please. Global food. That's funny. I believe in you. Make content. I believe in you. I've taken my first board exam. Sign up for future healthcare worker. We did a campaign with I forget the name, UHSE. Let me check for y'all, and they have on there opportunities in terms of what is it? I don't know. The I forgot what it was called. But on our page, if y'all go to our Instagram and TikTok, we made a campaign with a company who's offering, like, who definitely, like, can provide at least like a directory or a list of programs that exist in terms of doing certain things like techs, um, RN, X-ray, like all types of different medical professions that, like, aren't as common, but there are out there like jobs in doing those out there. So share your channel and check it out. Global. What was I gonna say? Yeah, there's opportunities on there. How long do I think someone should study for the MCAT? It depends. I think at minimum 4 months, 3 to 4 months. I think everyone needs different has different timelines, but definitely months. You don't want to take that test lightly. You want to take it once. You want to study for it once. You don't want to like extend that for too long. You want to take it, and then move on because you don't want to be stuck in that. But anyways, yeah, like I'd say like 4 months. It depends too, like how much though, right? Like is it full time? Then maybe less, like 2.5 months, 3 months. Is it like part time? Then maybe 4 months. It just depends on that too. CRNA, I've heard of CRNA. It's a good profession. Yeah, I mean I see them all the time in the hospital, clinics. It's a good profession for sure. Crit care, maybe you'll be part of the fellowship in my hospital. Oh, crit care is cool too. Crit care is a cool special subspecialty. Wait, CRNA is RNA. That's not the anesthesia one, right? That's just like, actually, I might be confused right now. Urology. OB-GYN. I liked OB-GYN, the gynonc. That's what I was telling you guys. Oh no way, we have a couple of CRNA people. That's what's up. Are you done with medical school? No, I'm not doing residency yet. I'm actually doing a master's right now. The homie Irvin is applying to residency though right now. He's gonna match in a couple of months. My goodness, wow. I mean, weeks at this point. Wow. Time goes by so fast. It's the anesthesiologist, huh? Ah, cool. Although that's sick. I work with a lot of CRNAs in my surgical rotation too. I mean, it's a lot like they're doing a lot of the responsibilities of an anesthesiologist. So yeah, I met a lot of them in the ORs and stuff like that. For sure, it's a cool profession. Brewing pride. That's right. What advice would you give for those that started off college bad but want to change before second year? Started off college bad? Well, first, I was talking about this earlier, but you have to look past it. That's the one thing, right? You can't dwell on it because you can't do anything about it anymore. But you can go back up, right? Go on the up trajectory and show an upward trend when you get to apply to whether that's graduate school, whatever school you want to apply to. Like, learn from your mistakes or learn from whatever you think didn't work the first year in terms of, why you got those results, and then just, try to get them better by the next semester, by the next quarter, by the next year, whatever. And you can make the change. Oh yeah, I'm making back to the bay soon. Hold on. Oh, needs a cook. Yeah, medical school and a master's program. I'm taking a break from the leave of absence from the medical school to do the master's program. Wait, did I say that right? I don't know if I said that right. Jose's not here today. Still between anesthesia or peds oncology. Wow, those are two good, cool specialties. Jose's at home Wishing him a speedy recovery. He's a little sick right now. My poor friend. I saw him coughing in class and stuff today. Poor guy. Hugh, I know Hugh, aka Jose. If you're still in here, I don't know if you are. Hope you feel well soon. Need you back here. Jose's gonna dance for us. I'm teaching him cumbia, how to dance cumbia. So next time we're on stream, like I wanna show y'all that I could also teach Spanish. I could teach people how to dance. You know, I'm multi-talented, basically. We can say, you know. So I'm gonna show y'all Jose next time. He's gonna make a grand entrance to like a cumbia song. Watch. Irvin's in the crib. I think he's busy right now. I mean, he's like, interview season is coming to an end. I mean, match day is coming, like, weeks away. So I know, like, it's probably just super busy time right now. Programs doing things, trying to determine, I guess, their rank list for match day, and it sounds crazy, but yeah, it's like, it's coming up, and my boy's gonna know where he's gonna go to train or be at, for his training soon. Might have to live stream that, to be honest. Might have to live stream that. Yeah, I think I am. So we could all see that. And then graduation too. It'll be sick. Pueblo. Yeah, I remember in Pueblo. I still have the I don't know if you can see it. I have the that was Pueblo, right? Yeah, the license plate that I got in the conference. Of course, it was great. It was great to be there in Colorado. The school was really nice. I studied in their library it was like a library in there. It was super nice. I had a full day there in the camp on the campus in Colorado. CSU Pueblo, right? But yeah, Colorado's nice. Yeah, we're gonna live stream it for sure. We're gonna have to show everybody where Irv's going and what he's up to. What do I want to specialize in? I don't know yet. I'm thinking maybe dermatology, urology. Dermatology or urology, OB-GYN, pediatrics, pathology, what else? There's just so many. Internal medicine, psychiatry. Damn, my vision is definitely going bad from like wearing glasses all the time and being in class. I definitely, like, when I started med school, I didn't even need glasses, and I've definitely like upped the amount of time I spend on the computer, reading, because I really can't even see anymore without my glasses. I mean, I could see, obviously. I don't need them to like really see, like, I mean, actually, sometimes now I do. Sometimes I like look in the distance and I'm like, what? I can't really see the face. Like, it's kind of blurry. So I've been needing glasses for sure. Yeah. Doctors do locums. Yeah, I think so. I've heard of that. I'm not exactly too knowledgeable about locums, like what it is, to be honest, though. But I think it's like remote work or something like that, right? Like, doctors get hired at hospitals where someone called off or whatever. Like, it's just like traveling and stuff for a certain amount of time. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool too. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting cold. Caribbean medical schools. What do I think? I mean, I don't think I know enough about like how it works, to be honest. I have worked with international graduate doctors, or IMGs, international medical graduates, before, and I mean they're attendings. I mean they're working in U.S. institutions and stuff, you know, which is really cool when I hear the stories about where they went to med school and stuff like that. Like so, but I don't really know too much about like their curriculum and what it really is that like they teach and stuff like that. Um, but I've met doctors literally in the same space. Like it just depends. It's considered international medical graduates, I think from Caribbeans, and then there's like USMD or whatever, right? So, but yeah, no, it's doctors from everywhere. I mean, I think met doctors last time I went to a conference from literally like the Middle East and stuff like that, like MDs, practicing here in the States and stuff. How did I got medical hours by like volunteering. I helped out with some research projects at a hospital, uh, like enrolling patients and stuff, talking to patients, giving information, and I did that for a couple of years. I went to volunteer at City of Hope. It's a cancer hospital in Duarte. Um, yeah, I did that. I did. What else did I do? Those are the two that I could think of from the top of my head right now. Those are two big hospitals that I've like volunteered at and worked at. Ortho. We're doing ortho. Ortho. I think I fit like the ortho bro stereotype. So we're gonna do that. What do you guys think? Should we do that? Y'all think I'm strong enough to be an ortho bro? Oh, my back's starting to hurt. Yeah, I'm set on psych. No, I'm set on psych. Carla, hola. TikTok, go to Twitch, follow Foods on Medicine, porfas. Just real quick and come back. All bet, Brian. Thank you. I appreciate it. I haven't taken a look just yet at the list, but I'm excited about it. I'm gonna take a look because we're doing this IRL. I just need to figure out this IRL stuff because I'm really trying to stream more so that way than um I mean obviously PC here like desktop streaming too, but I'm trying to figure out like streaming on the go more so I can finally like do the visiting colleges, showing schools around, meeting people, different types of schools, and just putting that stuff out there. I think it'd be cool to do some little tours of like um, colleges and like historical like cool stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a nerd, but like I'm taking a class where I'm learning about like some schools when there were like only some Latinos in it, some Chicanos, like a very very few amount. Dr. Hayes Bautista is really really cool, man. He has a lot of like knowledge on like Latino history, culture in like the United States, dating back to like damn, I'm not really a historian, but like dating back to like the 1700s type. It's really cool stuff. If you guys don't know that stuff or like really, I mean, I thought because the thing is like I thought I was really into like Latino stuff, and I am. I love it. Like I love indigenous stuff, Latino and Mexican stuff. Like I love learning about that stuff. But there's just these things that I just didn't know, and like I recommend looking more into like that stuff because it's really cool history. Like the first like Latinos that came to the States, the first Mexicans, and like how they got up here and all that. And then of course we all know like the stuff that came after that. But it's really cool. It's a really cool like piece of history, I guess. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. I'm A in ortho right now. So you're an ortho, bro, Sienna? Basically, is what you're saying. All right, ortho, bro. Nah, I think I don't know how many. I can't count how many times like during rotations. Someone just assumed that I was gonna do ortho. Like, oh, you're gonna be ortho, bro, or you're gonna do ortho, right? Not even asking like, oh, you're doing ortho, right? Like what? I just be like, oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think so, maybe. It's in the, it's on the list. Ehlers-Danlos. Yeah, the condition. I we studied that. That's tested in like step one. Yeah, I learned about that. That's where like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't studied for a little bit, but it's like where the skin is super elastic, right? It's like maybe collagen disorder. I forget now. Um, how do you study for the MCAT and how long? Are you a nursing major? I'm not a nursing major. I'm in medical school to get an MD. I'm in a master's program right now. I studied for the MCAT for like 4 or 5 months, and I studied a lot. So it just depended. Throughout the week, I did work, so I split my time between that. But then the last month and a half, I knew that I was gonna like stop working to fully dedicate my time to studying the MCAT. Oh, Anki story. I need. Oh shit, that's right. I need to get on that. Honestly, now it's not even that good. Like I'm over here having you. No, yeah, it's not. It's not that good now. I don't want to tell it now. It's gonna be whack. Like it wasn't even that big. Like I don't know. Now I feel bad, but the last month and a half, I studied. I studied for the MCAT full time. Like that's all I was doing. I was coming up. I wanted to feel the pressure. I wanted to just take it, but I wanted to make sure I was ready when I took it. So I knew I had to maximize that time. I had to work. So I was just gonna take it once. I told myself I'm only taking this once. Ain't no way I'm putting myself through this again. But I have. I mean, obviously there's like exams in this. It's just more so like that. But I mean, obviously, yeah, with every board exam or whatever standardized exam, it's tough. It can be tough, but it's not impossible though. It's not. A lot of memorization though for medicine for sure. All right. Anyway, here goes my Anki story. Here goes my Anki story. So someone asked me earlier about like an Anki remote or like study tips besides like Anki and stuff. So here's the thing about like Anki, right? This software that you add to like your computer or whatever to do flashcards basically. It's just spaced repetition, right? A platform where you're doing flashcards in a spaced repetitive manner, right? So you can learn it and it can like gets whatever stored in your brain, right? It's super widely used in medical school and like other like health professional schools, right? Anki, that's it's really used. It's widely used, and I knew that. I mean, people use it to study for the MCAT. Some people use it for undergrad now. Like that's crazy. That wasn't really the case for me in undergrad. It was more so like, but I guess that speaks to like my age. But when I was still in undergrad, Anki was a thing, but more so still MCAT, not like even undergrad anymore. Like, but now it's like, I mean, remember that I told y'all about like doing the masters and undergrads and stuff, and so I see now Anki. But anyways, when I was about to start medical school, I was super excited about Anki because I was like, I'm gonna be a med student now. Like, finally, it's my turn to use Anki. Like, heck yeah! I couldn't wait because for the MCAT. Okay, here's the thing. I already knew what was coming basically, because I tried it for the MCAT, but honestly, it just didn't work for me. Like, it didn't. Like, I was really trying to use it for the MCAT, but it truly like wasn't working because my scores weren't going up, and so I kind of already had like a warning. But when I started medical school, I started using it again, and I told myself, I'm finally here. I'm gonna use Anki because I'm here, right? Like every med student uses it. Everybody uses it. Like let me get on it. And you press on the button on the space bar, or you can buy a remote, like a Anki remote, right? Like on Amazon or wherever. Basically, when I got to medical school, I started using it, and it didn't work. It didn't work. I was like barely passing exams. I don't think I ever failed one, but I was barely passing exams, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?" But it was me trying to just use Anki for everything. My point being from all this is like, before using Anki, please make sure like you kind of know how to use it, because that's really what it is. Like, it's a good software, and I think space repetition learning is like studied, and I think, like, it's supposed to show that like it does work, but like you have to know how to use it, and I just didn't know how to use it. That's really what the issue was. I never really took the time, because it's a little more. It's not complicated. I don't think that's the word, but it's a little more nuanced than I think one might think to use it. And so I knew I didn't want to spend too much time trying to learn how to use it, because even though I already had, because I mean, just to use it in general, it's a little uh, involved to download it and install it and all that stuff. So I tried it and I was barely passing exams. So I was like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Well, I knew the whole time. It was that tried to switch up the way I studied, switch up what got me there, how I already knew how to study, how I would study. I switched it up because I was in medical school now and I could Anki. Right? I switched up how I was studying, and that was the problem was. And once I switched it up, yeah, I started doing way better. Right? So it's like now I've like kind of learned how to use it more, and I do use it for some stuff, not for everything, but like I've learned how to use it now, and like what to use it for and how it works for me, because that's a lot of that too. Like, how does it work for you? Right? Like, people are gonna use it differently. I'm really focused on a lot of psychiatry and pediatrics. I want to work with kids. I want to work with adolescents and all types of aspects of health. That's really what I want. I want to help families. I want to help the youth, kids, in schools, from everywhere, anywhere, everywhere. Just, teenagers. That's, I think, a very huge passion of mine that I've discovered. And it's yeah, no, I love it though. I love working with kids, and I love working with families. Like, that's why I want to do this. Quizlet or another flashcard software for the MCAT. I think I might have used Quizlet actually. I think I might have used Quizlet. I'm Unc, bro. People keep asking me how old I am. What do you guys think? I'm some Unc stuff. On some Unc stuff now. Can't believe that, low key. That's crazy how fast time goes. Hugh's back. Jose is back. What's up, Jose? Hey, people were just asking about you. I was telling them that you're a little under the weather, so that we're hoping you feel better really, really soon. Because remember, I taught you how to dance. I taught him how to dance already, cumbia. And he's going to come on here and dance and speak Spanish. I'm teaching him Espanol. When is my graduation? Not till a couple of years from now. Herb's about to graduate this year, though. I'm gonna live stream that. I'm gonna live stream the graduation. Well, we're gonna live stream it. Yeah, next week Jose's gonna dance. Wow, we're just getting grades right now. This is freaking me out. Jose, what do I do? I'm getting Canvas notifications. Hey, I need to charge my... Hold on. I need to charge some. Jose. Oh. Y'all hear that, right? Jose. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Please tell me y'all didn't leave. Did y'all leave? Where y'all at? Y'all left, huh? Dang it. Next week, Jose's gonna dance. Huh? Jose Sanchez? Yeah, Brian, I got you, bro. I'm gonna check it out. I got you. Appreciate it. Thank you for submitting that, by the way. I really appreciate that. Because I'm really trying to go to... Like, I'm trying to go to this... Oh, yeah, you... Notice I switched my hats? I did switch hats. It's Rams, baby. We're gonna win it all this year. And we're taking it... We're beating the Seahawks this Sunday. Or Saturday. When do they play? Sunday. Rams house. We're winning it all. Anyways. Rams Day, baby. On Sunday. What was I saying? Oh, Kingston. Bro, why are we getting like all these grades right now? Bet. Appreciate you. Favorite Akatsuki character? My favorite? I have... Damn, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I'm not gonna lie. But to be honest... He might be my favorite character, like, in the whole show. Actually. Nah, I can't say that. But I do have a favorite Akatsuki character. It's Itachi. I think my favorite character in the show, in general, is Rock Lee. What do y'all think? Let me know what you think, though. Oh. Alright. Rams are going to win this Sunday. So that means that Rams are going to the Super Bowl. So should I buy tickets to go and see Bad Bunny? That's like, what, $20,000? Heck no, man. I would not be able to afford that. What the heck? Oh, yeah, Pain. Damn, I love Pain, too. Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one for me. I honestly, genuinely, like every Akatsuki character. I remember all the battles and stuff. Like, those are some of my favorite episodes. The ones with they're fighting Akatsuki members, or like the Akatsuki is fighting. Oh, man, those are some of my favorite. I like Pain. I think I still prefer Itachi, but Pain is like really up there for me too. LMSA conference. That's in a couple of weeks, right? Or which one? West? Gara? Gara's cool. I like Gara. From the Sand, though, I think I like his brother more. Kankuro. I think that was his name, right? The LMSA West is coming up soon. Rock Lee edits make me want to study. Dead ass. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like Rock Lee, because it's all hard work. Dead ass. That's why I feel like that. That's why I look. I have Rock Lee right here. I don't know if y'all can see him, but there's a Rock Lee right here. Look at that. My brother gave it to me. Appreciate it. Yeah, I like that. I'm collecting some stuff here. His cut. Wait, what do you mean? Should have been the Bears. Nah, I'm sorry, but hey, Caleb's my guy, but nah. Maybe next year though. The Bears are looking scary and dangerous. My boy Caleb needs a ring from SC, USC, Heisman winner. I'm into college football a lot too, y'all. I really like college football, but we haven't been really too relevant. These are the LA schools. Oh, Rock Lee's haircut. Yeah, it is pretty funny. The bowl cut. I had the bowl cut growing up too a little bit. Guy Sensei for Hokage? Heck yes. Guy Sensei is my guy. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Hold on. Guy Sensei is the dude. That's what I'm gonna say. My bad. That was funny. Yeah, Guy, man. When he does like the inner gates and stuff. Oh man. Like what was he like the closest to making Damn, I'm forgetting. I need to rewatch it. When they fought the first no the first Hokage guy. No, damn, I'm embarrassing myself. Um, damn, I forgot. But he was like the closest one to like make you feel like that since the first Hokage or whatever. Um, USC. Yakima. I know. I was grinding. I was really. So here's the thing. I'm sorry. Like I need to make it out to Yakima for real because I really, really wanted to go. Like really wanted to go, but I had my step one coming up, and I really, really knew that I just had to like go all in, all out, to just take it, and it was just like the timing of it. That's what it was. But I need to make it out to Yakima for sure. Maria, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's awesome. Congrats that you're almost gonna receive your bachelor's. Yeah, I appreciate you, Luis. Look, speaking about USC, Jose gave me this card too. Drake London. He went to USC. He was a wide receiver. Plays for the Falcons now. Nice. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Appreciate it. Is that a diamond? What or what is that? Send me enough for a plastic surgery. Then I need that to be honest. Hey yo, TikTok, go to Twitch for me and follow on Fuzi Medicine. Porfas, por favor. Antonio, what's up, bro? Tejas. You and Irvin are so inspiring. So inspiring about to finish bachelor's, go to nursing school. That's what's up. Congrats. Congrats. That's a huge accomplishment. Part of all of y'all. Oh yeah. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. We got to get these degrees. We got to get these degrees. We got to get educated. We have to know our stuff. We have to help other people. We have to help our families. It's the only way, y'all. It's not really the only way, though. But it's a way. It's a cool one. Because nowadays, people can really do a lot, right? There's so much to do. And that's when Irvin and I speak to students, because we do that a good amount. Like, we say that, right? Like, college is away, and we chose that. And we were pre-med, and we decided to get a degree and pursue this. It is taking a while, too, though. But we say all you got to do is just have a dream, have a plan. Not a fully fleshed out plan, of course, but something that you have in mind to do, to achieve, to pursue. There's just so much to do now. There's like the trade schools, shorter careers, social media. There's all types of stuff. So I just say, whatever it is, just lock in. You know, like that's really. Let me see. How could I? See, y'all can see too. I don't know if this will help. Oh, thank you. Tell Rain I said hi, please. My guy. Hope y'all doing well, brother. Miss you. We need to kick it soon. Thank you. You guys are so inspiring and motivating. Really appreciate what you do for the community. Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. How could I? Anyways, trying to figure this out. Really want to because I become a doctor. I'm also scared it may never happen. Just keep believing. Just keep having the dream. I low-key used to think though, like maybe this might not happen. Like I used to sometimes wonder that and think that. I always fully believed in myself. Like I always told myself like I was gonna get there. Just gonna keep working. Even though truly I'm like, damn, well I mean this I guess there's a possibility it might not. But in the end I really did believe it. Like while I was working towards it, like I really did believe it for some reason. Like I knew it was gonna happen. I knew that I was working hard. I knew I was really trying and that I wanted it so bad that I just knew it was gonna happen. Just you could do it. I know sometimes it is hard. You have to believe in yourself. Masters in OT? Is that wait, hold on, what is that? OT. It's a therapy. Oh, occupational therapy. Yeah, I got it. Um oh wow. I work as a behavior therapist right now and has helped me and guided me to find what truly passionate. Nice. That's cool. I remember working with the therapist at one of the hospitals, yeah, when I was doing my rotations there. It's a lot of important work. Important work, super important. A lot of our communities, man, like a lot of the times, the therapy people, the social workers, and people that work more of those jobs are like the most helpful. You know. You got this, Daisy. You got this. Daisy, you got this. We believe in you. Try to figure out what was it that went wrong. Maybe what you can make better, and just try to fix those for this next attempt. And being truthful with yourself is important too, right? These are really big exams. There's a lot in stake. There's a lot on the table. While you're taking it, you're going into that office. You're taking this exam. That's an attempt. So you also, part of it is just being real with yourself, in terms of like being ready or where you want to be to take it, right? Because sometimes it can happen and people can score higher than practice scores. Maybe some people can score less, but usually those practice exams are right around the right spot. At least for me, they have been. So being, but all of that to say, it's definitely not impossible. You can do it. Like, just, try to like fix some of those things that maybe weren't didn't help as much the first time. So everybody just keeps asking me for my age today, huh? I get it though. I'm just a little like scared, I guess. I'm 40. 40 years old. I was just scared to see what to like hear what y'all would think about that. Yes, I'm currently interested in psychiatry and pediatrics. I want to work with kids with families and stuff like that. So GPA is low. I'm thinking of doing a post bac. That can help too. I mean, there's a lot of great post bacs out there, amazing post bacs that have helped students get into medical school. Like that's definitely like an option, no doubt. That can help like fix GPA. They sometimes also provide guidance for like the MCAT, hot like and stuff like that. And so sometimes I'd say doing a program like that is worth it, right? So they provide help and stuff and guidance and things like that. So yeah, thank you. Every now and then I have a crazy thought of what if I just did something surgical, and just go all the way fully surgical with it. Like, what do you guys think? Like, well, I don't know. Like, I think I'd make a good surgeon. But what do you guys think? Would you recommend the MASH program? I don't know. It's the best program. It's one of the best programs at UCLA, in my opinion. We got this, y'all. None of us gotta give up. None of us gotta give up. We all got this together. That's what I want y'all to understand and know. You guys have to meet me on this side so we could all unite and just do crazy unstoppable things. Every single one of y'all. It's not gonna work. We're going to get up there. Uh, can you repeat what helps fix your GPA? I went the nursing route, but my sciences were taking longer. What do you mean, in terms of like classes post bac? Well, here's the thing. I think like when it comes to applying to medical school, there's BCPM, right? Biology, chemistry, physics, math, and those that BC. Oh, I keep biting myself in the lip. What the? Oh man, that's embarrassing. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, BCPMs. If you retake, like I actually did that. Like I'll be honest, I took some just some random science classes just because I knew I'd get an A in them, and that helps your BCPM. So think about that. Just literally at a community college, because they'll count that as your BCPM. But obviously like don't have your BCPM be only those type of classes, right? Like we still like gotta obviously have good grades in the organic chemistry and the physics and and stuff like that. But those classes do help with BCPM. And then I just took a couple of like non-science biology classes, and I did all right at them. I wasn't ever much of a writer and a reader. Now I'm more into it. Now I like writing. I like reading. I more so enjoy writing. than reading, but I read now. Like I like to do that stuff. But back back then, like not really. Like catching me reading for fun, like not really a thing. I just be reading the textbooks, the class books. I would read those. The biology books, I would read them. I feel like a lot of people come out of med school and surgery always piques your interest. Hard to decide. I mean, yeah, surgery is really just a super cool specialty. Yeah, honestly, it's like, I mean, it's just it's like a dream job. I mean, any job, any physician job is, but like, what I'm saying is like that's a cool job. Obviously, people like dream about doing that. Other people dream about being a pediatrician. Other people dream about being an anesthesiologist. Right? It's just one of those super cool specialties. So yeah, sometimes I think it is pretty hard for people to just kind of fully go of the idea of letting go of surgery, but it's super cool. But I knew I didn't. I love interacting with patients. That's the thing, and like a lot. Like it really helps with my day. It really helps my day go fast. Because when I'm interacting with patients and stuff, like it helps my day go by fast. Not to say that it doesn't in the OR, because I love the OR too, but there's not much interaction, right? They're working, so so for some people that really helps the time go by fast. You're just working the whole time and stuff like that, right? But you're probably not interacting with the patient as much while they're, getting the surgery done. And so you can go hours without really interacting with the patient. There's some really long surgeries and stuff like that. Obviously, depending on what subspecialty, but yeah, like I personally just really enjoyed interacting with people, with patients, with families, helping translate, and between MD and JD, that's a tough one. I mean, it wasn't for me because I definitely was never considering JD. Law school for me, no. But that's props to you, brother. I'm sure you'll choose the right one. But that's really cool. Yeah, talking to patients, one-on-one patient care. Yeah, it feels rewarding. Yeah, that's a great word. It's rewarding. Um, 40 years young. I'm 40 years young. I know. I know. I was told that my only option was to get a master's, trying to get into one ASAP. Oh, I see. To like help your GPA and stuff. I see what you mean. That could help. I've heard of that too. People taking like doing a master's degree before applying to medical school and stuff like that. I've definitely heard of that. Anatomy, physiology, chem, microbiology, nursing programs have 5 year recency. Nursing programs have 5 to 7 year recency. What does that mean? Does that mean like only like people that have graduated within that time, like to hire? Or, oh wait, no, when you've taken the classes. I did after college. Get how to count now. My GPA got after A's already taken. Oh, nice. That's great. You got A's on those. That looks good. Like for example, that looks really good. That's a comeback right there, and you show that you just came back and got A's. A career as an OB-GYN would be cool too. I'm telling you, I enjoyed my gynonc experience with that surgeon who had that interaction. But he was a cool guy in the end. Actually, like he was one of my favorites in my whole experience of rotations. In the end, that guy ended up being one of my favorites, one of my favorite doctors, attendings. But I really liked a lot of people though. It was really cool meeting a lot of different doctors. Like it was really cool. It's just like dream come true type of thing, Like I was dreaming about that sort of stuff in undergrad, in college, just hoping that I was gonna be doing stuff like that. And then so during my rotations, like man, it was just really cool meeting just different doctors and different backgrounds and different, like just seeing what everyone is. This medicine can be very niche, right? And when you pick a certain specialty, you become an expert in that, right? So it's just really cool seeing what different people are like super passionate in and experts in. Like it was really cool. And he just had, he was an expert in gynonc. He was one of the best gynoncs in LA. Like it was really cool. medical interpreter count as clinical hours? I would say so. That's a really good clinical experience. Shout out to the nurses. 31-year-old ER nurse, NorCal, work level 1 trauma for 8 years. Yeah. Shout out to the nurses. Man, my favorite people in the hospital. When I'm lost, y'all, when I'm like, I don't know what to do, what to grab, what I go to the nurses, and for the most part, nurses got my back, and I love it. Like I just be like, man, I just be trying to figure stuff out sometimes, But all the nurses always come through, man. Shout out to all the nurses, and the techs, and all of that. Like the homies always coming through. I swear I'd be so lost sometimes during rotations. I'd be so lost. Just with just anything, and I just literally just go to the nurse to ask for help because I really wanted to know, like, or at least I also was embarrassed to ask like the residents or the attending. Like I was just embarrassed to ask them sometimes, so I'd have to go, or like they'll tell me to do something, and I like low key wouldn't really know what they meant, but I'd still be like, okay, yeah, I'll do it, and I'd go to a nurse to be like, excuse me, like they told me this, like could you help me figure this out? The homies. Oh, med school headquarters. Yeah, I've heard of that website. I remember that was around too when I was like doing it. That's a super helpful website. I remember looking a lot of stuff up on that. Una inspiración para muchos mexicanos. Saludos. Gracias, Mimi. Saludos. You see, I can speak Spanish. I could do a whole speech in Spanish probably. You got this, Daisy. Yeah, shout out to the chat. For real, shout out to the chat being so encouraging and positive right now. I love it. I really do. Thank you, chat. Also, TikTok, do me a real quick favor. Go on Twitch and follow Foods and Medicine on Twitch. I would really appreciate that. Just real quick, you could come back. I'd appreciate that, y'all. But yeah, the chat's being super positive and I love it. W community right now. We're damn, this is cool. This is really cool. Honestly. Oh, I see what you mean about expired. Like some schools or something like that, right? Only receive like classes from like certain amount of years back. So I think that's what you're talking about, right? Yeah, I have heard of that. I do remember hearing about that when I was like, I think it might have been like my counselor who I told I was gonna take gap years, and she just gave me that caution, like, don't take too long, because I think the thing is that like, I would recommend this for undergrads that are there might be any undergrads in here. When you're thinking about your gap years, thank you for following on Twitch, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, more people are following on Twitch. Hell yeah, thank you. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the gap year thing. For undergrads, for any undergrads in here, think about what your gap years are gonna look like and why you're taking the gap years, right? Don't just take like these gap years just because. Like, you want to make sure you have a plan, what you're doing, what you're going to use your time with, and kind of set yourself that goal to accomplish that. So let me tell you guys why. Hold on, let me drink some water first. Let me tell you guys why. I don't know why. I don't know what is the thing. But I hear this a lot amongst our community, unfortunately. And I totally get it. Because matter of fact, I have a story too about this. When I graduated, I got my degree and I started working. Right? I started working like a full time. And that was good. That felt good. That was my first time ever really working like I was using my degree at that point, right? So I got a job with my degree full time, and I was making these money that I never had before, obviously. And that felt really good, right? Making that money. Then I proceeded to get another job while I still had that job in the evenings and on the weekends. And I was working. I was working a lot. And this was during the pandemic time too. So, it worked out because a lot of my work was virtual as well. But, and I could, whatever. But I figured it out and I had a couple of jobs. I hadn't taken the MCAT yet. And in that moment, I knew that what was my priority still. In the end of the day, like, what was it that I had to do? And for me, that was, I want to become a doctor, right? So I can't get distracted by making this money right now, because it was nice, even though it felt nice and it was good, and it was like, okay, I'm finally working, and this is, which if someone stops there, like, I don't blame them. That was good, right? I was working and whatever, like I was using my degree. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Of course not. But the thing is that if I knew that I really had the intentions of going to medical school and becoming a doctor, like, I had to be realistic with myself about that, right? Like, yes, I knew I was working a lot, and yes, but I knew that I gave myself a year to take the MCAT and to apply to medical school. And I see that sometimes, and I get it, all of our situations are tough. All of our situations are different. Everyone has their own situation. No one in here has the same situation with me, with anyone else in here. So obviously, like, it doesn't apply to everyone. But like, some people might have to work more because of a certain situation, right? Like, I get it, like those type of things. Some people might be able to work a little less and things like that. But at that point, like, I was not making like any money. I had to help, and it felt good to make that money, and I was like happy. But in the back of my mind, I still knew that I wanted to go to medical school. Right? So it was really hard also, like, letting go of that. Because I had to, like, I had to work less to study for the MCAT, and I had to at some point study full time for the MCAT. So that meant that I wasn't going to be making that money anymore. Right? And the other thing is too, that what if I did keep doing that and I just got like comfortable with that? I would just never apply it. And maybe if that's what I wanted to do, it would have been fine, of course. Right? But like, I would have never applied to medical school if I was just like, this is it. And honestly, that's what I do see sometimes. Like, when we don't have like a certain goal or time limit, or give ourselves like, more of these firm timelines, that gap year could turn into 2, and that 2 gap years could turn into 4 real quick, fast. And then 5. And then it's like, wait, it's been 6 years. It's been 5 years since I graduated. And I'm, I don't want you guys to be in that situation. Ever. But I get it. Thank you. But yeah, no, like, that's the gap year stuff. I used it. I needed it though. Like, I could not take the MCAT while I was in undergrad, so I needed that time. And I was working. And then once I took it, here's the thing though. Once I took the MCAT and I put in all that work for it, after that, I started working more again, and I worked even more. So then after that, I was able to maximize the amount of time I had left before I started medical school and working, and so when you see it that way, once you get the MCAT out of the way and you have all your other experiences going on, you can apply, and then you could work while you're waiting, while you're in your application cycle and things like that. I also applied to a lot of scholarships before I graduated. And I got like a very prestigious award in my undergrad at CSUN called the Outstanding Graduating Senior Award. I would show y'all, but I don't know. Wait, I don't know if TikTok can see my screen when I share it, but I will show y'all. Actually, I don't want to show y'all because I don't like how I looked in the picture. It's a little embarrassing. But I'm gonna show y'all anyways. Wait, TikTok. Can someone in here? Of course, I had to mention the text. Whoa, I didn't look at the chat in TikTok, bro. This thing is crazy. Holy smokes. My bad, y'all. I didn't know the chat was going on TikTok. I thought it was like paused. I wasn't scrolling down. Jay? What's up, Jay? How you doing, bro? Miss you. From Hood to MD, my boy. What's up, my boy? How you doing? Where you at right now? You in New Orleans? New Orleans? Do I say it wrong? Yep, I'm getting my master's in social science. My program's called Mass. Thank you, Jay. You like my speeches? Yeah, classes. So yeah, Charizard. You saw my Charizard? Damn, I really missed all these chats, bro. All these messages. What the heck? That's funny. Guys on TikTok, go to Twitch and follow us on Foods and Medicine. Porfas. Porfas. All right. I'm about to head out soon, y'all, because I got to go to the gym in the morning. But it's great talking to y'all. Oh, you guys hear an echo? Let me know if you guys still hear the echo. Please. I don't know if you guys hear an echo, but if you do, please let me know. I want to make sure you guys don't hear an echo. I want it to sound pretty good. Nola, that's right. Where's the merch? Scat Pack 44. You got a scat, bro? Wait a minute. That looks familiar. We got to get merch going. Wait, isn't that Scatterboos thing? No echo? No echo, it sounds fine? Oh, okay, cool. On Twitch, it sounds fine. Appreciate you for telling me. Thank you. Nola. I'm doing the masters because... So, here's the thing I've been learning, y'all. So, I've been learning a lot. Obviously, I'm in school, but I've been learning a ton. Rams are winning it all this year. It's Rams' house. Might as well call us Super Bowl champions already. We won it. With Bad Bunny performing too. Rams house, baby. Anyways. I studied for like 4 months for the MCAT. Let me see. Greetings from Las Vegas. Shout out to Las Vegas. Scatterboo. What is that clear thing? What clear thing? Is this... Oh, this? Wait. This? I don't even know how it looks on TikTok. This is my first time like figuring this out right now. So I'm gonna have to check after to see how it looks on TikTok. But I got a conditional admit master's in biomedical science first, and then I start block one in August. Congratulations. Congratulations. Did I say that right? Yeah. That's funny. You've been following the journey since 2023. I appreciate you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thanks. Really thanks to a lot of y'all that I've gotten through it. And I know Irvin has shared a lot about that too, because it really helps a lot. And you see how you guys are doing here in the chat, being, encouraging and helping each other out. Like, that means a lot. That goes a long way. That really helps. When I get all the encouraging messages and I see them, it really helps. Bodybuilding going, I'm gonna try to do that too. It's going well, bro. I mean, I'm about to go to the gym tomorrow. Gonna go to sleep soon. Been just eating, making sure I'm consistent with my meals, but it's fun. It's been dope, bro. I encourage it. Yeah, for sure. How many times did you take it? MCAT? I just took it once. That's right, Jay. Quick note, you're a super inspiration, dude. Hopefully I make it to MD too. You will. You absolutely will. Of course you'll make it. Just believe it. Just say it. You already are. You already are a doctor. You just gotta like get there, catch up to that. Who's in medicine all the way? Who's in law, who's in engineering, everything. If I can get into a med school outside the top 75, but without MCAT, would that harm my chances of getting into a competitive specialty because it's lower ranked? Huh. I don't know. I'm not really too clear on the question either, but my first question is: are there med schools who are accepting without MCAT scores right now? Because that's what you're saying, right? Like you basically wouldn't apply with an MCAT score. Because that was a thing too when I was applying for the pandemic, but that was a little different, right? It was like a particular circumstance in the moment. They were canceling a lot of tests, so some med schools came out and said like we won't accept the MCAT if you want to apply, But personally, it was I think like top schools too doing that, like Stanford, and like I remember seeing that, and I'm like, oh, bro, yeah, I don't want to I'm gonna take it. Twitch messages, like the comments, yeah, I can. We see the chat in Twitch. I see it through a specific program, early assurance. Oh, so that means you'll apply there, but you're still like supposed to take the MCAT, right? Like eventually you'll give them a score. But there's nothing wrong with it. Here's my thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with any school you go to, no matter if it's ranked or not. That's at least that's just my opinion, because, for example, I went to a Cal State. I went to a Cal State school, right? A Cal State Northridge, and I love my school. I love my time there. I love my experience, my learning. I learned a lot. It got me to where I'm at. But I would hear like, "Oh, you're going to a Cal State. Like, there's no way you're going to compete with, the big schools, the Ivy Leagues." Like I would hear stuff like that. But I knew I just had to be at a 4-year. I had to have the opportunity to graduate with a degree and stuff like that. And I knew I was going to take advantage of whatever it was that I had to do wherever, whatever school I went to. And for me, it was Cal State Northridge. So I feel it's the same way with a medical school. It's very like you. It's dependent on you, on what you do. Right? Because I would hear that. I would hear all the time, like, you're going to be disadvantaged. And it kind of made sense to me. Okay, sure. You're probably right. But that's okay. I'm going to make sure they stop and look at my app. I'm going to I don't know what I was like. I'm going to work. Like, let me just seek this opportunity, seek that opportunity. I mean, of course, not stretch myself too thin, right? Because you still want to make sure that everything is working, not just one particular part, right? Everything has to be working. There has to be a balance. Sometimes you have more time on one thing than the other, but it's all about splitting your time efficiently and the right way, right? No, they just give you a seat without the MCAT. Only like 12 open for these students, though. You just have to commit to that specific school only. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I mean, you see, that also seems like it's a pretty competitive thing to do, though. Like that spot. It's up to you. I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's like you just kind of don't want to take the MCAT, or which I totally get, by the way. But like, yeah, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you ultimately think is best, right? But like I mentioned, if you feel like you're competitive for this program, and you think you'd still be able to apply to whatever specialty that is, then that's perfect for you. Like you're still gonna be able to get there and stuff, right? Just like I was mentioning about, it doesn't matter what school. Wait, did it just cut off on TikTok? Are y'all still there on TikTok? 911. 911. What you doing, my boy? Yeah, I still need to make it out to Long Beach. We need to make it out to Long Beach for sure. Where the FIM stickers? We still got some. Matter of fact, I still got some here. I should probably give some away. But then how am I going to get them to y'all? If you're at UCLA campus, I'm going to carry around some stickers with me then. I'll just give stickers away. How's that? Actually, I mean, yeah. If I don't want to curse. I'll give you stickers if I see someone at UCLA. Just walk around with a bag. My charge dollar though. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey, I'm Rafa. I want to get into UCLA Med so badly. I'm a freshman in high school. Any advice? Andrew. All right. First of all, you're asking the right questions, my little brother. You're trying to get to med school. You're a freshman in high school. You're asking the right questions already, and I'm proud of you for that. Just have a just stay. Have a clear vision, right? You're in high school right now. You're super young, so you still have a lot to do. You're still gonna do a lot, clubs and all that, right? Make sure, like, you just, if that's what you want to do, just keep your eyes on the prize, right? And obviously, I'm not expecting you to like know everything and and stuff like that. Like no one is expected, but just have that dream, ask these sorts of questions and just try to figure out what are the things that you have to do to get there, right? For you, the next step is going to be applying to college. So what college do you want to go to? What is their average, applicant GPA? What are the some activities that the accepted students do? Like schools do release this sort of stuff, right? Like acceptance numbers and like what students did and things like that. You could be looking at that, right? Oh, okay, what college you're gonna go to, what city, so that way, because after that you're gonna apply to medical school, just things like that. Oh, my fault. I was like, damn, in high school that's impressive. About to say, sometimes we do get high schoolers though, which is really cool. But freshmen in college, you're still asking the right question. Honestly, it still applies, brother. Because freshmen in college, like, yeah, I mean, like you're figuring it out and you're doing the right thing still. Like this is the type of stuff you gotta do. You know what I mean? If I took the MCAT on January 10th, should I study right now until I get my score back? Oh, you mean like Nikki, like study for it, like to retake it? Wait, January 10th. I don't know. Up to you. No, I mean, what if you passed it? Like I don't know. I mean, I'm not the best at getting asked that, because I would say just take a break. Just take a break till like you worked hard. Just wait for the results. Probably did really well. You'll be fine. I want to go to Harvard when I get to college. Yes, sir. You're gonna do that. Any study tips for ADHDers? I have a career in cybersecurity and I'm trying to switch. Trying to switch to what, brother? Gato? Study tips? I mean, for me, I study in absolute quiet. Like, I need quiet. I get easily distracted. So for me, I need to be in a quiet space. My phone needs to be away from me. Like things like that. Not even music. I need my iPad to write down. I need something to write. I always need to write. And of course, I mean, questions for me. What's up, Maria? I'm chilling right now. I'm about to go to sleep. What you doing? Gabby, hey, I'm a UCLA third year, but I'm experiencing burnout. I'm taking the MCAT soon. Any advice? Ooh. Wait, you're gonna take the MCAT while you're at UCLA, is what you're saying? That's tough. First of all, I respect and commend that, because I couldn't do that. I took it in my gap year, because that can get tough with classes. Like with classes and stuff, like it definitely get tough. Writing is good. Somebody LMG high at Gamis. What are y'all chilling on her TikTok? What are y'all doing? Y'all was studying? Step 1, step 2. How's that going? Anki. Yes, to retake if needed. I would say wait, Nikki. Maybe you did great, and I think you did. So, I mean, what do you think? I think you did great. When do you get your score back? The waiting game is always the hardest, the most difficult, for real. My iPad broke 2025. Damn. I had to buy a new iPad recently too. They be making these expensive nowadays. Actually, I shouldn't be saying that. We should be promoting the MacBook. I do use the MacBook though. I'm kidding, yo. UCR. Wait, I haven't took the MCAT yet. And it would allow me to join earlier. Plus, I like the school, UCR. I just really want competitors. Wait, UCR has that? Wait, but UCR, like, that's a good school. Nah, yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. It's a cool school. So, honestly, I think that applies. It's the same thing. It's just up to you, honestly. Like, you can do it. You can, you just gotta, like, want it. You just gotta want it. You'll do it. Like, same thing about, you like working hard at whatever it was. Like, you're gonna keep doing that for their specialty. Same thing. You're gonna make sure you make yourself, stand out from the group. What's up? All right, y'all. Buenas noches. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe. I'm about to hit the bed, go to sleep. I appreciate you guys though. I really, really do. Kick it next time. Again, we're gonna study next time. I'm gonna get on here and study with y'all. But what the heck? Oh wait, this phone does work, y'all. I might get to IRL streaming soon. Buenas noches. It turned on. Good stuff. All right, you guys. Buenas noches. Good night. I'll see you guys soon. I appreciate y'all. And have a great day tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Love y'all.